What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? We want to welcome you to another episode of At My Mama's House. Yes, as usual, I come let you know I come to you humbly out of respect for life itself. It's your boy Rockstar. We finna do another episode, a lot of hot topics. I got a new special guest in the building. Actually, I got a couple of special guests in the building.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? I got my boy Mr. Butler in the building. Butler, go and let the world know who he is. Let my fans know who he is, man.
Hello, I'm Jerry Butler, owner of Butler Credit Consultants. How everybody doing? And this is my daughter. Sorry, this is my assistant right here. She be fixing everybody credit.
Yeah, so y'all get with my boy before the end of the show. He's gonna do a business plug, let y'all know how to contact him, how to find him. This guy is the reason why my credit's improving when I say he's a real deal. And most importantly, not only is he the real deal, he's legit. So when I say he can get your credit right the right way, he's going to get your credit right the right way. He don't take cheats. You know what I mean? So he does it the right way. He knows what he's doing. He's been doing it for a while. He's also in the real estate as well. Ironic, Jerry, I met through Kenya. I had Kenya on the show last week. She wasn't on the camera, but she was on the show. So she definitely does too. So yeah, so we're gonna get this going, man. Jerry, as usual, I always start off with an icebreaker. So let me start off with that, and we'll talk about the icebreaker. All right, give me just a second.
Oh, what you doing?
Something kind of wild.
You didn't have to raise your hand.
If I were okay, well, I
like that though. Being obedient is awesome. Oh my God, that is a trait. What you just did is a trait that certain communities would kill for it. Like I said, you're obedient, and you didn't say, "Oh, I ain't no obedient," and you were just like, you went in there.
That's my thing. I'm trad wife till I die.
What you talking about, Dr. Umar?
I'm gonna say something kind of wild.
You didn't have to raise your hand.
If I were okay, well, I
like that though. Being obedient is awesome. Oh my God, that is a trait. What you just did is a trait that certain communities would kill for. Like I said, you're obedient, and you didn't say, "Oh, I ain't no obedient," and you were just like, you went in there.
That's my thing. I'm trad wife till I die.
What you talking about, Dr. Umar?
I'm gonna say something kind of wild.
All right, so that's the icebreaker. I expect that to be the first icebreaker. I usually have like two icebreakers, and I usually just kind of pick at the last minute. I don't like to start off the show with stuff that comes to that subject matter, but hey, it is what it is. We're at my mama's house. She sleep, and we're gonna do what it do after hours. So basically, to the people out there, he was talking about the difference between, in general, how non-Black women react to certain words or terms as opposed to how Black women react in general to certain words or terms. Usually when it comes to words like, obedient, submissive, those are usually trigger words. And so, but in other cultures, that's not even, it's nothing. It's not a bad thing. So Jay, what's your take on it now? I'm letting you know. Now, I always tell people, because I understand people are respectful when they come into someone's house. At my house, speak your mind. We don't hold tongues. Ain't no tongue holding here. You know what I mean? So whatever your thoughts and perspectives is, you don't have to sugarcoat it. You don't. It's free reign, man. We don't care about people's feelings here.
So okay, so
what's your thoughts on that in general?
So I mean, keywords do set off our African American women more than the Caucasian type. So that is probably a key word also. Uh, she said, "Hmm." But that is a key word, and you have some of those black women that are obedient in our terms, but you know, who's to say what obedience for you, far as for me? You know what I mean? We have all different types of being obedient towards a person.
Yeah. Well,
And
let's expound on it. Just speaking from just like just
me,
a general perspective overall. You know what I mean? So we know it's
overall,
different levels. You know what I'm saying? Every relationship is
mhm.
different, but
Yeah, I relate to that.
just in general, speaking general, like you know what I mean, like just based off the general definition. What's your thoughts on it as far as our culture of women as opposed to other cultures?
Yeah, yeah. Like I say, the Caucasian women, the white women do
But
be a
just
little bit more.
because it's not
Huh?
just that woman out there. So we don't want to specific that, you know
We
what I
don't
mean?
want to. We don't want to. Okay, so
Because that's a trigger too.
that is a trigger. That is a
Yeah,
trigger because
that's
a lot of them ain't gonna
yeah,
like me singing that either.
yeah.
But
I mean, it could be true, but
yeah, it could be true. I mean, that's just my opinion.
yeah,
Everybody have an opinion, so that's just my opinion. I went with that. But at
yeah,
the same time, in general, in general, like you got to pick the woman you got. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta pick the woman you got so that you be satisfied at the end of the night.
yeah,
You feel me? You it's sorry, my daughter is just like everywhere.
yeah.
this
So
is this
rephrase
almost her bedtime.
the question, right? So
Uh-huh.
we get it. We know that people have to pick the right one.
Yeah,
We
you
but
gotta pick the right one.
based on the subject matter, we're talking about the woman that are disobedient, the woman that it triggers. What's your thoughts on specifically, like in general, specifically the woman that are
You got
triggered?
a trick. I mean, they trigger for some reason though. So it could be your independent woman. It could be your person that daddy that took care of everything, so they ain't have to work for anything. You know, so they expecting you to take care of everything. So in the same instance, you want them to be obedient in that type of aspect.
Yeah,
So I mean, it's like all you could do is grabs and straws at that type of answer though. You know what I mean? Because you
well,
don't know the different type of people. And I've been in the you know dating scene a long time, so off and on a long time. So
so let me ask you
I done
this.
seen I done seen obedient, I done seen disobedience.
So let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
So you just explained some of the reasons, right? And we know it's
Yeah.
ruled out different problems. Are those reasons justified?
Uh, it the you know what? It's justified in that moment. It might be justified in that moment, but not before it happened, or it might be justified afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Once you get back and start thinking about it, yeah, I was a little bit too hard, type of stuff.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So my thoughts on it is this. I don't think any trigger is justified.
Mm,
Personally. I think there's a reason why at a certain age we are considered adults. You know,
yeah.
there's a reason why at a certain age we're considered teenagers and not officially little kids no more. And it's a reason for that. So what I've seen happen in America is that we become, in general, a nation of overgrown children.
Mm,
And very specifically, my people. We have as a whole, not everyone, we become overgrown children. And one of the things that I don't like about when it comes to this subject is when it comes to the word submissiveness or obedient, servant, listening, knowing when to shut up, knowing when to speak. Here's one of the reasons why I have a problem with that, and I would never give any woman a chance that is triggered by any of those terms or any of those things that basically make you a good wife. Because here's why. One of the things I told the woman is that how in the hell is you gonna have the nerve to be triggered or complain about being submissive when even men by default have to submit to the woman that they love? So if a man by default has to submit to the woman he loves, then who the hell are you to think that you don't have to submit to me, especially if I'm the one who's the protector, provider, and preserver of this union? And so we've reached a point to where feminism is basically gave them a false reality of equality that never existed, and it still doesn't exist. They just have the illusion of equality.
Can I cut you off on something?
I got you. And the reason why I say that is because they'll tell you they independent and they don't need a man, and then the same tell you I need somebody to take care of me. And the problem with that is that you can't have your cake and eat it too. You have to give something to get something. You know what I'm saying? And when you're dealing with a couple, it's teamwork, right? Sometimes the receiver might catch the ball and got to run to get in the end zone. Sometimes the running back might have to take the ball and get in the end zone. Plays are called contingent upon the situation. And some of these women have gotten lost in the sauce and not understanding that this life is a play-by-play game. And they can't hold these standards for everyday life because it doesn't work like that. Michelle Obama said something that was very profound. And she said that every day is not going to be 50-50. Some days it might be 50-40, 70-30, 80-20. He loses his job, okay, 80-20. Then he get his job, now it's 20-80. You know what I mean? She said so she doesn't get caught up in that when it comes to her marriage. And so that was very profound. And of course, you know, feminists, they didn't like that. They looked at her funny. But that's my take on it. Yeah.
Yeah, so what I was going to say and state is that, you know, that's all good and dandy if that man is that protector and that provider. You have these men that's not protector and providers, and they messing up the game, you know, trying to be what they're not. You know what I mean? And the women right there with them, trying to be submissive and all that, but they're not even being protected. They're not being provided for. They end up being the independent woman.
Now that's true. Now that's very true. But here's what I always tell people: let's not use the worst examples of people to prove, you know what I'm saying, to prove a point. I mean, I'm basing it off on two people who. I'm basing it off a man that does what he needs to do.
Yeah.
You know, we know the bums are gonna be bums and they're gonna do what they do. But also, you also basically expose an issue that I still see as the woman's to be held more accountable to than the men, is that when you talk about how some of these guys, they're not doing what they need to do. The reason I still hold a woman accountable when it comes to that, because they choose these guys. You know what I'm saying?
They do choose those guys.
You see what I'm saying? I mean, you can drive downtown right now and downtown off Main, and that waiting line, you know, in the jailhouse is long.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And you be like, damn, man, ever draw by there? I be like, damn, how them damn woman going to schools in jail? And they be
Nah,
getting good.
nah, I don't drive by there. Yeah,
Yeah, if you ever go drive downtown and they happen to pass up the jail, you will see them women standing the line be outside for visitation, man. It's crazy.
I had
Man,
my time. I had my time down there, so I ain't trying to try to remember those
and
memories.
that's why I
But
know men in
but
jail
you're
are
right.
bad people. They just made mistakes, but you get my point.
Yeah,
These women
but
are making these choices. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
so, because you know, it's not hard to peep a bum. It's not hard.
mm,
You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, we all can get caught up, and people can change on you. But
yeah,
my whole thing is that I mean, you got regular working men is looked at as bums now. So their
yeah.
standards have gotten so high to now they look down on men with regular jobs. And for centuries, a man that worked and was able to provide for his family and provide peace and protection was considered a king. Now, you know, they look at a man making under 100,000 as a bum, and it's like I I know men who make under 100,000 have more assets than some men who make more than 100,000 because it's not about how much money you make; it's what you do with the money you make.
Facts.
You know, because I know a guy that make 300,000, but he spends 200,000 a year because he have poor management and he's living above his means. And then I know a guy that makes under 100,000, but he sees more and he has more because he's more disciplined and he invests his money in areas where they
Okay.
don't. You know,
Okay.
yeah. So, but yeah, but
Yeah.
you're totally right. You know, the root. There's always roots to everything, and I agree with everything you said. And we basically just explaining two sides of the story. We both in agreement, but it's definitely good perspective, man. But yeah, so
You have to flip back to the women that you know what I'm saying that are the what you call the bums of the men, those bums of the women.
and that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
At least bum men, they know what they can pull. But you have bum women who they looking for the dude with 100,000, six figures.
Yeah.
They looking for the dude that's 6'5". They looking for the dude like you're a bum.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
last week, I had showed a clip of this. They they don't call them midgets no more. That's considered offensive, so they call them little people. Now this girl is every bit of 3'8". I mean, she's literally that small. She's not even 4 foot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she was on a show where they were asking her what's her type. Do you know she said the guy have to be 6'4" or taller? And she's not even 4 feet. And it blew everybody on a pound of mine, and then she wasn't aesthetically pleasing in the face.
Oh wow.
Pretty.
So you just basically said she was ugly.
Pretty much.
She
So
wasn't pleasing in the face.
4 foot. So you're not even 4 foot. You have what's considered a disease by medical standards. You have a syndrome. And then
Mm.
you're not aesthetically pleasing. And you're a social media hoochie mama, and you have the nerve to have these standards that a man got to be 6 something, has to make over 6 figures, and then she has can't be a brokey. So that's just how. Because here's what I tell people: you got to be careful when you raise your standards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times when people raise their standards, they tend to lower other people's value.
Mm.
And one thing that I've learned to do is you don't have to lower people's value when raising your standards.
Yeah.
You know what I
Hey.
mean? I don't have to tear nobody down to validate me.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody can do that. Some people have to tear people down to validate them, to feel more valuable. And I don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You know what I mean? We don't do stuff like that. You know what I mean?
No.
Yep.
No, that's one thing I do not need to do. Don't even want to do.
Yeah.
Don't even want to do. Don't even feel right doing it.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
I just like to do my own thing, help people out, and where I can, and if I can't, I can't.
Yep, exactly. All right, well, we're gonna go to the next subject, Butler, man. We're gonna switch it up a little bit. We're gonna go into some hip-hop news. Let's check it out. So let me share my screen. Okay, so I don't know if you've been keeping up. So it was Sauce Walker, rapper Sauce Walker from Houston. He had called out Houston and talked about Houston can't dress. It was just, it's childish stuff, but it is what it is. So I'm just here to report the news to a certain extent and just have a conversation about it. So it ended up a lot of other people started chiming in and people was agreeing or disagreeing, but it was a little disrespect going on. The level of respect has definitely gotten watered down now. You know, these single mom ass boys, they act just like females. You know what I mean? They just emotional, say what they want to say without understanding the repercussions. So I'm gonna play this, and this is what a guy said about our respected artist from Houston, Slim Thug.
You get on this motherfucking show, them old goofy ass cars and this old goof ass jury. Nigga, ain't nobody in the city ever wanted to be you. You have never been known for dressing. Your partner Killer been known for dressing. You ain't got no swag. You can't rap. You lame as a motherfucker. You steady showing these cars and all this jewelry, but none of the niggas that was ever signed to you can't show none of the same shit you showing. Everybody that is on Sauce Walker shit, the whole Sauce family be dripped out. They all be fly. They all got their little way. They all getting some money. Nigga, you ain't did nothing he goddamn be doing. You ain't buying no motherfucking cars for real. Them shit goofy ass, stupid ass, motherfucking auction ass cars you done put together. Don't nobody give a fuck about that goof ass shit. What your partners look like, nigga? These niggas ain't gonna say what I'ma say. I'ma say it. West nigga, cut it. You get on this motherfucking show, them old goofy ass cars.
All right, so I'm gonna speak on this first. I got to. So let me, brother. I'm gonna speak. I'm gonna speak to the fans, bro. I'm gonna speak, bro. All right, so to all you goofy ass niggas out here, let me preach to you real quick. My grandfather used to tell me, when you ain't got nothing else, all you got is your manhood.
All you got is what, yo?
Hold on, I'm speaking to the crowd. And it's one thing that a man's supposed to always stand on, and that's respect. Another thing, over the last 20 years, what was once considered and still stands, that is a rule that seems to have become a debate, which shouldn't is respect earned or given? When the reality is, respect is given and earned, right? And even if it's not earned, it's supposed to be given. Even God gives you free will. That's God respecting your presence because he values your life. So for another man to fix his mouth to try to tell somebody that he don't have to respect nobody and that they got to earn it, you're a dead man walking. You're a dead man walking. Now, with that said, whoever homeboy is, here's why it's important for you to be respectful, right? Even if you disagree with somebody, you can do it with respect. But since you're disrespectful, I'm going to let you know you're a goofy. And that's not actually disrespecting you. You know, clowns expose themselves. Now, I just wonder if you would have the nerve and the capacity and the nuts to say that to Slim Thug in person, in a room, doors locked, nobody there. And here's why. And it doesn't mean anything, but here's my point. Slim Thug is 6'6", 280. He's a huge man. His hands is probably longer than your torso. So the reason why it's important to respect people is because when two men is supposed to understand that when it comes to us getting out of line with each other, there's an element of violence that can occur. Right? See, we don't speak those words, but it exists in here. We understand that. Right? It's two things that a man understands when he comes to dealing with another man. I can get hurt and I can hurt. That's two things a man understand, or supposed to understand, is that this man can hurt me and I can hurt this man. And those two elements is important to have because what it does is it creates a shield for me and that other man. And that's what makes the world more peaceful than violence. Because it's that element of respect, knowing that, hey, I gotta be careful just getting out of line with this dude because he can hurt me. Because let's be real, don't nobody want to get hurt, right? We don't want to get hurt. I don't want to get shot. I don't want to get killed. I don't want to get beat up. So in order for me to minimize the chance of getting killed, shot, beat up, or hurt, it's best I respect the next man. Because if I don't, it's a possibility that I might come out on the losing end. And so when I see young men like him just loosely talk, it's easy for me to tell when a man didn't have a daddy in his life. It's so easy. And I'm not saying single mamas can't raise respectable men. But it's really not hard for me to tell if a man didn't have a daddy or a father figure or a male authoritarian figure in his life. It's not hard to tell. And when I see somebody going online just loosely disrespecting a man like that, it lets me know that they didn't have enough masculinity on a consistent basis in their household. And it's a reason why a lot of these guys are dying young. It's a reason why they're not living as old as we are in my generation before and the generation before that. So to all y'all young cats out there, man, y'all gotta be careful. See, your mama can get away with talking shit to another man more than you. Cause see, she got a vagina between her legs. She's a woman, right? And so what a lot of these single mama ass niggas are these niggas with ADHD, which simply means ain't no daddy in the house. They're forgetting that they're men, but they're walking around with their mama attitude. And they getting it confused. And when you a man and doing feminine things like disrespecting a man, we don't see your mama, nigga. We see another nigga that done got out of line. And so I'm just educating y'all youngsters on here, man. Y'all got to do better. Life ain't promised to you. Men out here ain't playing. No matter how, if they older guys or younger guys or nothing like that. So you got to be mindful of when you loosely talking about people. You know, y'all you can't hide behind the microphones and the camera. Not for long. You can be found. They done assassinated presidents. So who are you? But look, you before my generation, give these younger cats some game on respect. Because I'm actually even interested in and what you got to give as far as your talking points, and educate these boys on what respect mean, man. I can't hear you. You're muted.
My bad.
Oh, it
First,
happens all the time.
first of all, I told my daughter to give me some water out the refrigerator. Things parents do. But first of all, I don't know who this cat is. I know, of course, everybody knows who Slim Thug is.
Yeah.
But thing about it is, a grown man don't talk about another grown man unless they ready to do what it needs to be done. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
And I tell people all the time, I'm 47 now. I used to say I got 10 seconds worth of fight in me, or 10 seconds worth of argument in me. So as of now, 47, I got 5 seconds worth of argument with it. We're not gonna lip wrestle. Pimp C used to say that back in the day. Well,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lip wrestle with nobody.
Yeah.
Hey, you got something to say, I got something to say. We still mad, we could duke it out, or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And then it's over. Well, I came from the old school where we actually put up knuckles, and the next day we was outside playing basketball with each other, against each other. So this is a different breed right now. They like to shoot, they don't like to fight. So you got to step up with the time. So I mean, I just said a mouthful. You got to step up with the time. So you live wrestling. You never know what that man got out there. I think, matter of fact, not too long ago was that Zero and Trey. They was out there duking it out. You ain't see no guns. They from the old school.
On him though, they was still. Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, well. You still ain't see no guns. Nobody popping.
They was already out. They already
Yeah.
jumped on them. They wasn't no need for no pull out the guns on them. They
Old boy didn't go back to the car and get no guns and start letting them things hang.
Yeah, that was the mature Zero too. The young Zero was when they shot him out.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah.
But that's what we do as men. And when you get to talking reckless like that, that's what happens. I ain't trying to say Zero talk reckless. I ain't saying Trey talk reckless. But things like that happens. You know what I mean? That's my take on it.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you talk about how you dress and his cars and what they have to do with anything, man.
Feminine.
Yeah, that's a feminine trait, yes.
Bro, when I heard that, I'm like, man, he's sassy as fuck.
Man,
why you looking at another man like that?
Man, I'm so out of tune. I ain't even see that clip before. That's my first time seeing that clip.
That was some sassy shit, bro. Ladies, if you see a man worried about how another man dressing, run from that. That's a sassy nigga. He gonna be, that's sassy, bro. That's what made me. I'm like, that was the part of it that really blew my mind the most. Like, and he was emotional with it.
Yeah, he's very emotional with it.
A grown man getting that emotional about what another man wearing, that's insane, dog. That's sassy. He might well put on a dress.
And the thing about it is, and he spoke on something else. He spoke on some of the partners that he had. I mean, everybody can't eat off your plate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I wouldn't want to eat off your plate. I want my own plate.
Yeah. And they grown men.
They grown men.
You can't dictate what a man do with the money he made. That ain't his business. That was what he said too. And then here's how sassy he was. You're not basing it off their bank account. You basing it off how you seeing them dress. So it's even more bitchy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? So a grown man saying, "Ooh, him and his homeboys, they get dressed." That's feminine as shit.
Yeah.
They look good.
They might well change clothes over there.
Man, come on, man. They might well gone.
Sell the clothes they got in them closets. Hey man, let me borrow that shirt you have on. You know, type stuff.
Yeah, so yeah, but that's good information you gave, bro. And another thing, since we on that subject, I can't see myself jumping on my cousin. That's scary. That mine. Ain't nothing my cousin can do to make me and 5 other dudes. Me and my cousin, we gonna fight and duke it out. You my blood cousin.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something else. I know I couldn't do it. What? I can't never go to a family get together. Man, they gonna whoop my ass. They gonna say, "Ooh, you jumped our cousin with 4 other niggas." Oh, we gonna beat your ass today. I'm glad you came to the cookout. We gonna beat your ass. And they gonna tell you, guess what they gonna say? And if he would have did that to you, we was gonna beat his ass.
Yeah.
See, my family gonna play that shit. What you? Man, let me get 4 other niggas to jump one of my cousin's cousins. Man, they gonna beat the shit up.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true, because there ain't nobody jumping in my cousin.
Bro, let my cousin call me and say, man, my cousin John, man, him and all the niggas jumping. I'm gonna be like, what, your own cousin? You talking about Ain't Tisha, son? I ain't gonna do nothing but call mother cousin say, man, what you got blah, blah, blah. We gonna go whoop all them niggas ass and they're gonna whoop your ass for you helping them jump. Yeah, you supposed to help your cousin, not help them jump your cousin.
Facts.
Yeah, but that's the kid, Paul.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I can't see myself doing that.
No, I can't. It ain't no way.
But you gotta listen to this though. They said one person said you don't know what happened before those videos start rolling. You know, that boy could have walked in there and slapped somebody or two, you know. But you wouldn't.
They jumped.
You right about the jumping part,
though. He didn't take the case or something was his. He didn't take the case, and even if
what I'm saying, what I'm discussing about is the restaurant scene. They was in a restaurant. All that's in the past right there. They still mad about that, but it's in the past. But they in the restaurant scene. Trey say, hey, you don't know what happened before those cameras started rolling. Y'all seen her jumping them, you know. Yeah. So he was like, I'm gonna let y'all assume what y'all want to assume.
I know what you're talking
about. When you assume things.
I got some close sources, and even still, the situation it wouldn't have warranted me jumping my own cousin.
Yeah. Facts.
It's
I don't know what happened. I don't got no sources like you.
You know, I can say I trust my sources, but even I wasn't there. But based off what I was told, it still didn't warrant it, man. It's like, come on, bro. It's crazy, bro.
Right.
So we're gonna go into the next subject. We're gonna talk about this, man. This been very tricky too.
To you for the shirt. Yes, I know, but maybe
It's my Argentina shirt.
That's the one he was wearing before. Not safe to you for the shirt. Yes, I know, but maybe
It's my Argentina shirt.
That's the one he was wearing before. Not safe to you for the shirt. Yes, I know, but maybe
It's my Argentina shirt.
That's the one he was wearing before. Not safe.
All right, so let me give you some insight on what it was. So this is a huge streamer, big time. So what happened was he was in, I don't know if it was some celebrity soccer game. He's from like the UK or something, right? And so I don't know if he's officially a comedian, but he does a lot of like daredevil stuff, like you know, jumping over running cars and stuff like that. He's very popular, right? Young kid, successful kid. And so what happened was he was in another country and he wore something, and basically that dude saw it and was like, you might want to take that out because if you do, you ain't gonna make it out here alive. You gonna trigger some shit. That is like the shirt he had on is considered racist. It's like almost like an insult to Argentinians. And so while he thought he thought it was maybe some racial shit or something. Man, everything ain't racial. The man was trying to save your damn life. Right? And so he ended up realizing that, and the man was trying to tell him, like, no, they no control. If 150,000 people come out them stands, ain't enough police to stop them. You know what I'm saying? And so the subject matter today on that particular topic is that there's been a lot of situations in the past 2 years where people are going into these countries and they're not doing their homework on customs, bro. And it's starting to become a problem. And I just want to get your thoughts on that because I done been to different countries. Even when I go to different states, I'm calling, see if people that I may know that live in this city, live in this state. You know what I mean? I'm doing research on the culture. And that's just even in the States. Hey, what areas I don't need to go to? What areas can I go to? What spots I don't need to go to? What restaurants I can go to? You know what I mean? Who can I meet up? Who can be my guide? Who can guide me through the trenches? So if I even make sure I do that in my own state and country, you know damn well I'm going to do that if I'm crossing into foreign land. But like the girl in Saudi Arabia, you know what I'm saying? She got locked up, running them off, not understanding that you can't even raise your voice at a man in Saudi Arabia and stuff like that. So just give me your thoughts and perception on it. We're going into these countries and we're not taking the time to learn the customs.
Well, you know, people like that do those stunts and stuff like that. They have a different opinion about life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They feel sometimes they above things. You know, above looking out for things like that. You probably have somebody that naturally carry a gun. All of a sudden in Texas, they naturally carrying the gun. They go to New York thinking they can naturally carry a gun or something, you know, or somewhere else, you know. So they don't think the rules apply to them, or they just don't care about the rules. Or maybe they don't know the rules. So in that aspect, in the aspect of what you just showed, if he didn't know the rules, he could have just said, okay. You know, a simple okay. A simple okay. You know, I'd rather do it and say, okay, I ain't gonna do it no more, than ask for permission. That's my take on situation. Hey, okay. Simple as that. I don't want all these people jumping up on me, you know. You know, hey, okay. Now, if you take it a little bit farther, that's when we're gonna take it a little bit farther, because I'm still gonna be a man.
Yeah.
But you tell me, hey, if I go up there into the blood neighborhood and I can't wear blue, you know, and all these they talk about woo woo so woo or whatever they do, you know. If they do that and I'm walking around and they say, hey, you can't wear that over here, you know, I'm gonna be like, okay, you right. Hey, I sure know which way is the exit. You know what I'm saying? It's just as simple as that. People take things a little bit too far when it's a simple okay could satisfy. You know, you tell your kids something, the kid gonna talk back to you nowadays. You know, instead of saying okay. You feel me? So that's when things start escalating and the unnecessary start occurring.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on it.
Facts, you heard that saying, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Facts. Do what the Romans do.
Yeah, and
You
that's why
know,
I say that's why I do my research, because if I see the rules and I find out the rules and I find out the customs and what's a part of the culture, it's two things that I want to protect. I want to protect the respect for them, because I want to respect people. I want to respect. I don't want to offend nobody. And at the same time, I also want to make sure I'm safe. So if I'm going somewhere, it's important that I find out the culture. I understand. Like, I remember one time I had to take some of my students, my boxing kids. It was the nationals, right? So I had like 4 of my students. They made it to nationals in boxing, right? And so I had to go to, where was it? Was it Tennessee? To go to Tennessee. So I had to pick them up early in the morning. Got them from the parents' house. I had already filled up and everything. We drove there, and but before, I had to find out the rules. I even reached out to someone that knew somebody in Tennessee, and I also Googled. I researched the gun laws so I can know if I'll be okay to ride with a weapon. Because I had those kids with me, and I definitely needed to protect them. You know what I mean? These kids. You have other parents putting their kids' life in my hands, so I want to be able to defend them if I have to, because I'm going to quote unquote foreign land, because I'm not from Tennessee. And so I did that, and I found out the rules. I knew where to go or not to go, and we had fun. Some of my kids went, and we came back home safely. But I could have easily put me and those kids in danger if I didn't do the research to find out what are the rules, where I can go, where I can't go. You know what I mean? And so it's just little things like that, man, that can keep you alive. You know what I mean? And safe. So it's not asking much of you. Yeah. So that's very important. So yeah, I felt.
I mean, just like going to Mexico. You go to Mexico, you see those cars, those trucks driving around with dudes on the back of it with machine guns and stuff. So you in danger territory then.
Yeah.
So you need to know what to be doing out there. And they drive bad.
Yeah.
So just think, they driving around with them and they driving bad. So if they hit you, what you gonna do?
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's true, man. Yes.
You gonna lay it down, or you gonna talk noise? What you gonna do? Wear your insurance? No, you ain't gonna say anything like that.
Yeah. Oh, hey, y'all heard it from me and Butler. Do your research and do your homework. Call people out in these states or these islands, because there's too many of us are getting caught up going overseas. We're getting locked up. We over there disrespecting. Like, for example, when I went to Nigeria, I did my research. I called some people that I knew. I needed to know what was the customs, what's the norms, what's considered disrespectful. So, did you know in Nigeria, you can go to jail? You can go to jail if you taking pictures or video of government property. See, it's different. In America, you can walk up to the state capitol and take pictures and videos. They want you to. You know what I mean?
Some of them countries, you can't smoke a cigarette or drink.
What? Man, I'm trying to tell you, you can't do it. You feel me?
Fire up a cigarette if you want to.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, go to jail. Hold on, fam. Yeah. But that's facts. Yeah, that's facts. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you got to do your homework, man. Too many of us, we just be all, fancy free. We get caught up in living in this bubble, and we think everywhere is America, and it's not. Even we think everywhere is our state, and it's like, nah, it's a whole different world. My grandpa used to tell me, say, these ain't 50 states, these 50 countries.
Mm-hmm.
My grandpa left me a lot of jewels. Almost every show I drop a grandpa quote. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my grandpa used to tell me, he said, this ain't 50 states, don't get it twisted. These are 50 countries. And I'm like, wow, yeah, so that's mind-blowing, man. But yeah, so to all y'all out there, and that's all my fans and all the listeners, hey, y'all need to be careful. And also, y'all, please like, subscribe, and comment. Please go and subscribe to the show. And please like the show, you know what I'm saying, so we can keep it going, all right? And also, we got to support the show, we got the Cash App information in the link, all right? All right, so we're going to go to the next topic, man. This one here a little funny. This is going to be by Charleston White, man.
By who? Charles White?
Yeah, Charleston White. He my guy. He all right with me. He crazy. He ain't always right, but he my guy. All right. What about it, man?
I'm a proud American nigga. I ain't a Crip. I ain't a blood. I ain't black. I'm not color. I'm not Negro. I'm the seed of a nigga slave. And this new nation called niggas, never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. It's the nigga nation taking on all gangbangers. Who ready to die, cuz? Blood on 4 fuck 4 fuck Lil Dirt, fuck that bitch ass blonde hair bitch Lil Dirt. You a pussy, nigga. Nigga kill my brother and my best friend. I ain't rapping no more. Bitch ass nigga kill my brother and my nigga. I ain't rapping no more. We gonna go to war. And I got that kind of money. You bitch ass niggas is pussies to that white man. Nigga, I'm gonna go to war with America. I'm not going against America. And you niggas is against America. Oh, say, can you see by the dawners of night, read it, when it's twilight, silence, theory, to the darkness, and burst in the air. To the rain of life, it is timeless, children. Oh, say does that star span?
Oh, this boy here. That boy there. I don't know.
So check this out. So y'all, this Butler first time on the show. I don't know his political affiliation. I don't know who he voted for. I don't know if he liked Trump or hate Trump. But one thing I'm going to say about Charleston White on this particular clip. Here's what I love about Charleston White as pertaining to this clip. Let me make this clear before I make this statement. I know some may look at me and they know me. And I know some may tell you, don't believe this nigga. But I'm telling you, don't listen to him. Here's why. Don't listen to him when they tell you about me. Let me make this clear. I am not a thug. I've never been a thug. Now, I am guilty of doing thug-like stuff. But I have never been a thug. I would never in my life celebrate, disappropriate myself, or lower myself to the point that I describe myself as the cockroaches of the earth. And when a person calls themselves a thug, you are saying you are a roach. Roaches steal, they break in your house, they disrespect you, and they don't care about your feelings. That's what roaches do. I'm not a thug, and thugs are roaches. Let's get that clear. So my point to you is this. What I love about Charleston White in this clip is when he attacked these dudes that glorify being a thug. I refuse to support a culture that idolizes and glorifies and supports everything that's worse for them. And then turn around and complain on it, to complain about the culture they idolize to the white man. That is so hypocritical. We'll riot, we'll march, and we'll scream to the bottom of our lungs and come to all the city hall meetings when a cop kill a nigga. But when a nigga kill a nigga, we go to bed. We don't ride, we don't march, we don't go to city hall demanding some accountability. We don't tell the black cops, what are you going to do? You need to protect this community. We don't even tell the black cops to protect the community. We just say, white cops, protect us and don't kill us. And so I tell people, quit. I don't support black culture. I hate black culture. Black culture is trash to me. No, not all black people are bad. Not all black culture is bad. But let's be real. Thug culture has leaked all the way into political office. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we got basketball, we got athletes and R&B singers want to be thugs now. We got R&B singers and professional athletes who got 102. They got mega contracts, want to be a gangbanger. That's when you know it's bad. It's almost hard for anybody to argue that. They want to be thugs. You know what I'm saying? And so I stand by Charleston White on that. These are the very same, we glorify the same people that haunt our community. We glorify the same people that haunt our community. You know what's sad about this situation, Butler?
Yes, sir.
When I go to another city, I can't go. It's unsafer for me to go to a black club in another city than it is to go to a white club in another city. I can go to New York. I can go to Kansas City and go to a white club, and I'm safer. I know the chances of me getting in that club, being safe in that club, leaving that club and going home is safer than me going to a black club in another state. That's a fact. That's not hearsay. That's not, oh, I'm assuming. That's a fact. I know. Because I done traveled.
Yeah.
And that's sad. So people can say what they want, you know, and they can disagree or agree. And I respect it. But I have no respect for black culture. Because our culture is the same culture that'll give a welcome home party, and people will put together care packages for a nigga that done got out of prison. But it's another young black man that done graduated college, and he don't so much as get I appreciate you. Good job. He can't get a care package. He can't get a welcome home party. He just did 4 years in college to work hard and get a degree to create generational wealth. Didn't take, steal, sell nobody drugs, and don't nobody give a damn about him. Don't nobody celebrate him. But the same, his cousin, Lil Killer, can do 7 years in prison for killing somebody or selling crack to his community, and he get a whole party. He get picked up in a Bentley. And this is what we're dealing with. What's your take on it, Bub?
Well, you took that to a whole different spin. I don't even remember what Charleston said, but
yeah.
But
he was talking about how he say I'm for America. He say I'm not I'm not with you gang banging niggas and you niggas who glorify murder and you rap about murder and you go to jail for murder and I don't care if you rap and all that. That don't make me look at you different. You're still poisoning the community. You're not helping the music. You got to think about it. These are the same rappers that write songs about killing niggas and smoke and naming weed strands after a nigga they done killed. This shit is evil. They got to.
Everybody do things for money, man. They do things for money. Money is the root of all evil. Well, the people behind it is the root of it. You know what I mean? So in aspect, these dudes do what they know what to do. Charleston White get on the line and create a following and get money that way. You feel me? It's different ways to get money, and that's how they do. They choose to get money. If they choose to get the money robbing and stealing, that's how they get money. They're gonna get caught and they're gonna get dealt with. So karma is real, you know. But it's not me to say, hey, I don't like that dude. I don't deal with that dude. Well, I can say I don't deal with that dude because I'm not gonna deal with you. You stealing and doing all that stuff. I ain't gonna deal with you. And so it's just like me. I'm old school. I stay in my lane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I always tell this the quote I want you to hear.
Okay.
It's 4 lanes to a highway. Is that lane over there, my lane, and 2 other lanes that way.
Yeah.
I'm staying in my you know what I mean? Please don't jump in my lane.
Yeah, and that's you know, but you know, we have to talk about it. You know, I went out.
Yeah.
I definitely say
That's crazy though. How
it's something that we talk about. I mean, it needs to be said because
it needs to be said.
Don't nobody tell them and then we need to let the people of other cultures. And as much as people can say it don't matter, no, it does matter. We need to let the other culture that know that what the media is selling and what these rappers are selling, that's not us.
That's not it.
Not everybody.
But, that's not everybody. And you know what? Most of those rappers is not doing it. Most of the rappers not delivering what they rapping.
Nah, they doing it.
Hey, most of them not living that thug life.
No, these niggas is killing. They want to be the killer.
They want to be.
They doing it. They doing it.
They doing the drugs and stuff. You sleeping, baby?
No, they doing the killing too.
Yeah, they doing the drugs. They're killing and robbing.
They talking about now. See, we used to talk about what the street niggas was doing.
Yeah.
We weren't saying we was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Our rappers was just street reporters. Cube never said. Cube said, Lil Brody in South Central killed the nigga. This facts. Scarface never said he killed the nigga. He said nigga in South Vegas killed a nigga. He just was telling you what happened. These niggas out there want to be the killers. Then they snitching on themselves.
That's the thing about it. That's the thing about it.
Oh, it's sad. It's sad. And then they go in jail talking about who told on me. Nigga, you told on yourself. Yeah, that's crazy, bro. All right, so I'm gonna do one more topic. Let me pull it up, my guy.
Yeah, let's do one more because this little one right here is by time up big time.
Yeah, it's
she'll come over here yawning and wiping her eyes. It was like,
hey, she added to the show. We gonna get more views because of her. Yeah, they gonna say, "Well, that pretty girl."
Oh, really?
On in my mama's house. All right, so this is gonna be interesting, man. I'm actually interested on what you think, right? I have my views, but I don't know. We might agree on it. I don't know. We gonna see. All right, to my people, y'all, please make sure y'all like and subscribe. All right, and I want you to leave some comments too. Let us know what you think about this.
About when you get 40, you don't become a man till you're 42. This is my opinion. I tell people why. Because you need experiences. You need wisdom.
Oh boy.
And everything up to 40 is just rehearsal. Just rehearsal. After that, the real shit starts. You're going to make so many mistakes. You're going to learn so much about life in the game.
That's deep.
And you apply it to the rest of your life. And you look forward to peace of mind. You look forward to, by that time, you're going to deal with death sometimes. Your mother, your father, someone that you love. And then you start really appreciating life. You cut the radio up just to hear the tires on the road. That's music to you. You someday look out your window, you see the trees blowing. You appreciate that birds. See dogs walk.
Small things.
It's the small things you appreciate so much. And as you get older, and you understand it, you only want to rock with certain people because their energy is different, right? As you get older, you become universally connected. You become more inclined to power. You become more inclined to knowledge, but don't let knowledge make you bitter. See, getting knowledge to the black man only makes us bitter because we really don't run shit. See, it's all myth when you think you really run it. And them motherfucking white people got this shit. Goal is to get your bread, take care of your loved ones as much as you can, get a little piece of the pie. You can get it and get the way. Because until we start changing laws, we ain't got no power, dog. Wait till God willing you get 40. You don't become a man until you're 42. This is my opinion. I tell people why. Because you need experiences. You need wisdom.
Hello?
Yeah.
All right, so I got a lot to say about this. So let me ask you this. Do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
I go first. And I agree with him. Once I hit 40, man, it was a whole different ball game for me. Like I could see the world clearer. Everything started moving in slow motion. Like, Houston is H-Town. Everything screwed up. It started moving slow motion around here. I started getting up and enjoying life, like going outside early in the morning, sipping on some coffee, hearing the birds chirp, seeing the dog walk by real slow, and enjoying life. I don't want to be around any negative things or anybody speaking negative. So I honestly believe that. Like, once I hit 40, it was like everything slowed down. So it's you want to enjoy life. You want to reap what you sow. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay. Well, here's my take on it. I think what he said was just a bunch a hump of bullshit. Hump of bullshit. It's all a hump of bullshit. And then here's why I say that. He may have not became a man till he was 42. But that's your life. Just because you didn't become a man till 42, that don't mean don't nobody else become a man till 42. And the fact he even said that age, from a psychological standpoint, he's personalizing it and then using that as the gauge to say everybody else don't really become a man till they 42. So he told on it at the same time, right? Now, his intentions wasn't bad, but the information was harmful. And basically what he exposed and he proved is that a lot of us can become victims of our circumstances, right? If a man doesn't become a man till he's 42, that means that was because he was the victim of his circumstances. There was things that happened to him in his life that slowed down his psychological development. And I'm the first to say that I'm actually one of those guys. I didn't become a man at 21. I didn't become a man at 25. I think I probably had just became a man at 30, based off what I would consider the standards that to say you a man, right? And it's because I was a victim of my circumstances. You know, my surroundings, my environment wasn't the best. My mom and dad got divorced. You know what I'm saying? His wife had a problem with his original kids, you know, being in his life. It was a lot of things. People dying. I mean, you know, we can go down down a route, but here's something my grandfather told me. He said, he used to tell me about certain quotes. And one of the quotes he said was that he used to tell me about a lot of quotes that a lot of black people grew up indulging in and passing down as was bullshit. And one of the quotes that he said was BS was, he said, don't you ever let nobody tell you experience is the best teacher. He said, that's some bullshit. He said, experience is not the best teacher. Knowledge is the best teacher. And I was like, for real? I was like, okay. He said, let me tell you why. He said, if you and your homeboys decide to go rob somebody and y'all try to rob somebody and they end up killing you, he say, how you gonna learn from your experience? You dead, nigga. You're dead. He say, so don't you ever in your life walk around here believing that experience is your best teacher. He say, because what that does is that psychologically tells you and justifies you making mistakes, right? Psychologically, it's saying you can make the mistake because you got to learn from it. It's going to make you grow. And he would add to it, he say, do you really have to smoke crack to know it's bad for you? He say, do you have to go to prison to know prison ain't a place you want to be? And that blew my mind. And when you think about it, it's true. Do I have to go to jail to realize jail ain't bad? Well, I got to experience that shit. I can't just get told the shit. Can't nobody just give me the knowledge and I apply it to my everyday life to make sure that I don't go to jail? Why can't somebody just give me the knowledge to know that, hey, selling drugs is wrong or doing drugs is wrong? This is what crack gonna do to you. And I just apply the knowledge? Why I have to go through it? Now, if you lucky enough to live past your experiences, then great. It's cool. You got it, right? But I don't have to have did drugs to be a successful drug counselor. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to exactly have to go through the experience of things to you know what I mean? To say, oh, I went through it. You know what I mean? And so that's the problem I have with what he said. Just because I didn't become a man to a certain age, that doesn't mean that this man ain't gonna be a man. Some guys become men at 21. Some guys become men at 25, 26, 27. Everybody have their different time. You know what I'm saying? You know, you heard that saying, your race ain't my race. Right? You might get there quicker than me. I might get there quicker than you. You know what I mean? And I'm going to give you an example, too, to close on my point, right? I was once ahead in life. I was doing good. I came up, boom, boom, boom. But I ended up selling drugs, right? And then I had a rap career. And it was a successful rap career. I literally went years where I paid bills and had my cars, and I was successful. I had money, and I didn't have a day job. I was a rapper. I was a successful rapper who was making a living rapping, right? And then there was a time where I was a successful drug dealer. But because those things I had to start over again, right? So which means that I had to start over at a stage where somebody is 21 at. You see what I'm saying? Right? So I had to start back over. So I was up here. Then you got the 18-year-old. He ended up 21. I got knocked back down. So now I'm back at the beginning with the 21-year-old. But guess what? His race ain't my race. And so when I look back where I'm at now and where I was 3 years ago and where I got 4 years ago, I don't compare where I'm at by where somebody else at, because I know where I've been and I know where I ended up. So the fact that this 21-year-old was here, I was once here, he might not even never get to where I got. But my point is I failed. And I have to start over. So my happiness comes from not comparing where somebody else is in life, whether it be my age, because there are a lot of people in my life at my age that are up here. But guess what? Their race ain't my race. I was up here, I failed, got to where they at, and then now I end up where the 21-year-old when I should be, or you are based off variations, I should be where this person is at because we're the same age in life. Right? And so I wouldn't put that blanket on everybody. You know what I mean? I know some 26, I know a successful 30-year-old or a 25-year-old who's making good money, has a career, doing everything right. You know what I mean? He made less mistakes than I made, so he's benefiting more in life than I am. Was married before me. You know what I mean? And they doing good. Right? He matured before me. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, so that's why I disagree with him. And I think it's one of them situations when we have a microphone, like people like him who's successful, we gotta be real careful when we say certain things, man, because it goes out to that universe and it's hard to take back. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I wouldn't have made it a blanket statement. I wouldn't have said, "Oh, you're not a man." That's the part where he killed me at. I'm like, everything he said to a certain extent makes sense, but you can't say a man ain't a man till he's 42, man. Because I know some old fools, and I know some young wise men.
Yeah.
You
see,
feel?
that's the thing about when you on the platform.
Yeah.
You got to watch everything you say because everybody gonna criticize anything you say.
Yeah.
So, and then they're gonna break it down play by play. So that's why when I say something, you can break it down. You can do anything you want to it.
Yeah.
I said what I said. You know what I mean? You can do what you want to. You can break it down, make it a meme or anything you want to do. You know? Yeah. I said what I said. So and I ain't taking it back.
That's right.
You know, and some things don't need to be explained.
That's right.
So that's my take on it. I ain't gonna say I was a man when I turned 40.
Yeah.
If you want to break it down like that, no. This might be my what's this third business I'm on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I've been on business. I was getting paid like bread, and I was sitting there playing Madden all day.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. So
and here's another thing. That's why I say you have to be careful with your words when TK Kirkland, this is TK Kirkland and anybody out there, because if he would have said a man doesn't really hit success till he's 42, that makes sense. Because it's so true. Most men don't really become successful until they're in their 40s and 50s.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I think I read something not too long ago about Warren Buffett. He like 95% of his work, his access right now. He ain't get it till he was out to 50 or something like that, right?
I'm gonna say that he was literally in my brain, but you said that's a fact.
Yeah. So
Elon
you know,
Musk went bankrupt several times before he even became.
Yeah, several times.
Hey, Bill Gates got fired from the company that he ended up on.
Yep. Facts.
Steve Jobs got kicked out and then came back.
Yep.
He got hired back.
So you never know. You never know what.
No,
Hey, what the KFC man? KFC man was old when he.
he was
Yeah,
63
yeah. When he
before
made.
he Sam Walton. Sam Walton damn near died before he damn near died. He died a few years after Walmart actually started making money.
Yeah, Ali.
Technically didn't even get to live to see the fruits of his labor. His kids is the ones who they got to see it.
Yeah, but check
But
it out. I'm like 5% on my battery now.
are you good? This was the last subject anyway.
Oh, okay. So I ain't want to just fall off,
Yeah. But yeah, so man, hey, so everybody watch, y'all like, subscribe, comment, share it. We thank you for being a part of another episode. So Mama said it's time to go to bed. So Butler, give them your information so they can he's a realtor and he does credit. So he the best at it. So give me info.
So you can reach me at 281-404-5257. Also, you can go to my website, it's butlercreditconsultants.com. My phone number again is 281-404-5257. Also, I'm going to put it in the chat just in case you want to double back and get it.
And I'm gonna put it at the top of the comments too, man. All right.
All right.
I appreciate you, man. And we out, y'all. Peace.
Appreciate you for a good talk, man.
And I already, man. Hope you see you on the panel again. All right.
All right. That's a bit.
All right.